like had too many appliances going on, and they happened to blew the part of the breaker that happened to have the internet. So so I ended up losing my internet, and then since we couldn't remember which one it is, so we had to go one by one, turning off each little individual breaker in the hopes of not having to turn off everything. It's like, yeah, we could just turn off the main breaker switch, turn it back on, but yet that doesn't really, we wanted to figure out, we wanted to, like, hey, let's just turn off just the one for the kitchen. That's where the main internet is, for the wireless. But however, we forgot which one it was. So we ended up going one by one until literally we get up to one of the last three, and then it's like, yep, that was it. So I basically pretty much turned off the entire house, which in turn meant I ended up killing my desktop. Because I went back in to go before we started. I was like, oh, let me go, because I was just kind of like wiggling to see if any were loose. Because if any were loose, then more than likely that was the breaker. So that's what we tried first. And one I kind of just tapped and it went, but that operated my desktop, in my room where I am, and so it turned off all my stuff in my room and all. So yeah, that quite sucked. So because I came back in, I said, oh, let me turn off my desktop because I don't want to get it ruined. And desktop's just like, hey buddy, I'm already off. And I was like, oh fuck, the one that happened I happened to hit just happens to be, oh well. So, but yeah, sorry for the interruption in the stream. I mean, to be honest, wasn't going all that well in my opinion. It's just, getting lost trying to do stuff, and I like to be concise. I should be like boom, boom, boom. Hey, here it's done. I am going to go ahead and just on my own time, just go ahead and finish out that part. And I do apologize. So, but I mean, it is what it is. I was just kind of running around at that point, was feeling like a chicken with my head cut off. But I think now I got it is that I have to, once I get the paintbrush, because that's the room I was in, I had to read the 3 Warren books. So once I do that, I get the old rusty key, use it to open up the casket that's in there, and then I get the paintbrush, and I think I have to go into the Yahunta jungle, and that's where I go in. So, but hey, look, we're going to pick up on streaming tomorrow. I said I'm just going to go ahead and finish this ZART mission off stream, unfortunately. But the rest of the ZART missions, I'm actually going to go read through them. So this is where, I do it and I fully know. Because I was reading through them, and I knew I had to go to the Temple of Lugos. I forgot just how time-consuming this is. So it sucks. I apologize. Learn from my mistakes. I will be back tomorrow. I'll be streaming about, I'm going to set for 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Session. And yeah, hey, I'm just getting back into this. I've been away for a few days, see how everyone else felt. So, but with that, hey, tomorrow we will be returning to the land of Vandalia. Honestly, I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 in a while. Actually, literally, I haven't played this past weekend. So, I will set time aside Saturday. Saturday will be a 2-part stream. There'll be a stream in the morning. There'll be a stream in the afternoon. The morning will be Final Fantasy 14. So this one is I can do some more of the do some of the clan hunts and such, and continuing the missions on there as well. Okay, and then in the afternoon, I'll probably take like a lunch break or something, and then in the afternoon we'll be in Vandalia playing Final Fantasy 11. Like I said, I just, I don't know what it is with Final Fantasy 11, but it's like crack, I swear. It's crack. It's addictive, and this is kind of actually the reason why I did stop playing it because of how addictive it is. But see, it was addictive and time consuming. But now with how much more solo friendly it is, I can actually just kind of walk away. So I can do, because it was I didn't want it to interfere in my family life, with my wife and my daughters. So, but with it being so friendly, solo friendly, I don't have to rely on too much of relying on other people to help me. I mean, I may grab like one person or something, but even then, I don't really think you need all that much, because they circulate a lot of the games. This where you just need yourself and the 5 trust NPCs that you have, which is great because then it does afford a lot more flexibility with so you can have more better quality of life. Okay, and I do love spending time with my wife and my kids. So, anyways, with that, hey, again, yeah, it sucks that the power went out. There's nothing I can do about it. I thought it was just at first I saw it disconnecting. I was just, I'll come back a few seconds. But once it starts getting down into like the 60, 70 range, I'm like, oh, it ain't coming back. It's kind of weird because I opened up my internet, my internet tab, and it sent me to a homepage. So I was like, okay, well, I got internet. But then I was like, well, let me actually try looking up something. When I tried looking up something, it said, you have no internet connection. I was like, oh, the Wi-Fi's down. And I go up there, I was just like, at first I was just like, because I saw everything on, except for the Wi-Fi thing. I was just like, oh, I hope it didn't freaking burn out. Well, then my kid's sister kind of came over, and then she, wow, oh, knocked over my medicine. And then she's like, hey, the stove's off. And she saw like, hey, the microwave's off too. I was just like, we're like, damn it, the breaker went. So, and there wasn't really a whole lot on. So, and then, my kid's sister's like, well, we're going to have to, the proverbial, in quotations, bite the bullet and be like, hey, she's like, yeah, I'm going to have to get $1,500. We're going to have to just get a new breaker box. Because the one we have, like, shit. I think, like, my mom and dad installed that, like, when we first came into this house, like 30 years ago. I think that's how old the breaker was. No, I think that one's actually 20. I think they replaced it like about 20 years. But still, 20 years ago. It's like holy cow. And the thing is, we don't have the label box. It's not labeled properly. So like I said, when one thing has to go off, we're looking through everything and we just don't know. And that's kind of like shame on us, but. At least now I know which one is, at least for the kitchen where the Wi-Fi is. Now I know. And this time I'll remember this time. We always keep telling ourselves, oh no, we're going to remember, and we don't. But this time I really have to remember. I actually went and wrote it down. Anyways, hey, I'll catch you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Unless, something happens quick. I know I'm going in work tomorrow. Yeah, I've been like going in at 8 this last couple of days, but they told me, hey, going at 9, and I'm being taken into the city. They're going to show me some stuff. Just a couple places that they do in New York City, that I may or may not do. So, and I was like, okay, cool. So like I said, if I'm not on at 6, it's because I got delayed at work. But we'll see how it goes. So, like I said, if I get delayed, it is what it is. Worst case is I'll go on as soon as I can. It just may be a shorter stream.